Hello students, so welcome back to Effortless Chemistry. So today we are going to start a fresh topic, that is chemical equilibrium. It is one of the do or die topics for competitive exams like NEET and JEE. So before starting that, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notification for all the videos. Even you can check the description box for important playlist, tricks and shortcuts that are going to help you a lot here. Now this chemical equilibrium, especially it is discussed for reversible reactions. So there are two types of reactions, that is, one is irreversible reaction is there and another is reversible reaction. So we will discuss chemical equilibrium only in case of reversible reaction. It is not applicable for irreversible reaction. So before starting this one, we will have a look at the irreversible and reversible reaction. What are the conditions for that reversible and irreversible reaction? So first one will be irreversible reactions. Irreversible reaction, as the name indicates, this irreversible reaction which proceeds only in one direction, which proceeds only in one direction, For example, if I start a reaction from A will give B, so this direction is possible. If I start reaction from B will not give A, because this reaction proceeds only in one direction, that is A to B, B to A is not possible. So such type of reactions are called as what? Irreversible reactions. For example, we can take example here. So the reaction between strong acid and strong base, like HCl and NaOH. So these two will react to give. So here a neutralization reaction takes place. They will give NaCl plus water, salt and water will be formed there. If you start the reaction from NaCl and water, so it will not give HCl and NaOH. So this direction reaction is not possible. It is possible only in this direction. So such type of reactions are what? Irreversible reaction. You can take combustion of methane also. So CH4, it will combine with 2 moles of O2, carbon oxidized to CO2, hydrogen is oxidized to water here. So you will get a CO2 plus 2 times of water. So this direction reaction will proceed. If you take CO2 and 2 moles of O2, so these two will not combine. 2 moles of water it is. So these two will not combine to give methane and 2 moles of O2. So in this direction reaction is not possible, only it will proceed in this direction. So such type of reaction which proceed only in one direction, which are not reversible, those are called as what? Irreversible reaction. So the special thing about this is, in case of irreversible reaction, whenever reactant get converted into product, at the end of the reaction, entire reactant will be converted into product. So no reactant will be left after the completion of reaction here. For example, if I take a reaction, irreversible reaction, in which a reactant is going to give the product here initially. So initially what happens, if I take 100 moles of reactant is taken, initially 100 mole of reactant is taken, so no product will be formed here. Once the reaction completes, so entire reactant gets converted into what? Product. At the end of the reaction, 100 mole of the product will be formed whenever the reaction is completed. Now you see here, whenever the reaction is completed, entire reactant is getting converted into product. At the end of the reaction, the concentration of the reactant is what? Completely zero. So entire reactant will be consumed in the irreversible reaction. So irreversible reaction will proceed to the 100% completion, where the concentration of the reactant become completely zero at the end of the reaction. So for irreversible reaction proceeds to 100% completion, So next point is what? Entire reactant will be consumed. Entire reactant will be consumed. So once the reaction is completed, So graphically this irreversible reaction, you can represent it like this. So initially what happens, if I take, this is the molar concentration of the reactant, and this will be the time along x-axis. As the time passes, the concentration of reactant go on decreases and concentration of product go on increases. At the end of the reaction, what happens? Concentration of the reactant become completely zero. Here, as time passes, the concentration of reactant go on decrease and ultimately it become as zero. So this type of reactions are what? Irreversible reaction. So this is about irreversible reaction. So next point is reversible reaction. Reversible reaction, for which we will discuss equilibrium. As the name indicates, this reversible reaction will take place in the both forward as well as in the backward direction. So which proceeds in both forward and backward direction. For example, if I start a reaction from A gives B. If I start reaction from B will also give A. So this reaction is possible from A to B in the forward direction. If I start the reaction from B will also react to give back A here. So again backward reaction is also possible. So the reaction which proceeds in the both direction, A to B and B to A, such type of reactions are called as what? Reversible reaction. So this reaction is represented with reversible sign here. A gives B. Similarly, B will also react to give back what? A here. A to B will be your forward reaction, and B to A will be what? Backward reaction. So one important thing about this reversible reaction is, this reversible reaction must proceed in it must happen in the closed vessel. If you take open vessel, reversible reaction is not possible. So important condition for this reversible reaction is, it must proceed in the closed vessel, because in the reversible reaction, during the reversible reaction, the product formed will react to give back the original reactant. If you take open vessel here, this product formed will be continuously escaping out of this vessel, so that it will not be available for the backward reaction. That's why you have to maintain a closed vessel, so that this product will be available for the backward reaction here. So important condition for backward reaction is what? Closed vessel is compulsory here. Next thing, in the reversible reaction, always some amount of reactant is available due to the backward reaction here. Due to backward reaction, B will react to give back A here. Always some amount of reactant will be available in the reaction mixer. That's why this reversible reaction will not proceed to the 100% completion. The concentration of the reactant will not be consumed completely. It will never become zero here. For example, if you start the reaction with 100 mole of the reactant, initially no product will be formed here. Now when the reaction completes, only 80 moles of A will be converted into B, and 20 mole of A is as it is here. Always some amount of reactant is available, because B will also react to give back what? A here. Due to backward reaction, some amount of reactant is always available, because of which all the 100 mole of A will not be converted into B, so that the concentration of reactant will never become zero in the reversible reaction. Always some amount of reactant is available at the end of the reaction here. So this is one important point about reversible reaction. It will never proceed to the 100% completion, because only 80 moles of A is converted into B here. Okay, and the concentration of the reactant will never become zero in the reversible reaction. So important point about reversible reaction is, it will not proceed to 100% completion. 100% completion. First point. Next point is what? The concentration of reactant will never become zero. Entire reactant will not be consumed here. So concentration of, that is concentration of reactant will never become zero. Will never become zero here. So you can take some example for this reversible reaction. So one example, you can take N2O4 gas. On decomposition, it gives 2 moles of NO2. Similarly, 2 moles of NO2 will combine together to give N2O4 here. So it is one of the example for reversible reaction. You can take N2 gas combines with 3 moles of H2 gas. It is giving 2 moles of ammonia gas here. So these two will combine together to give 2 moles of ammonia. If you decompose this ammonia, again it will give back what? N2 and 3 moles of H2 here. So again it will be coming under reversible reaction. So if you see here in the graph, the concentration of reactant will never become zero in the reversible reaction, because always some amount of reactant is left over at the end of the reaction here. Now you see here, this is the concentration of the reactant. So as the reaction proceeds, concentration of reactant gone decreases, but at the end of the reaction some amount of reactant will be available. So the concentration of reactant will not become zero in the reversible reaction. So concentration of reactant become what? It will decrease slowly and it will never become zero in the reversible reaction. But in case of irreversible reaction, the entire reactant will be consumed. The concentration of reactant become zero at the end of the reaction. But in case of reversible, what happens? Concentration of reactant gone decreases and after some time it become constant. So this type of reaction is called as what? Reversible reaction. So along x-axis you can take it as time here. So with time, concentration of reactant gone decreases. After some time this become as constant but never become zero. So this is what? Reversible reaction. Next point. So we know that what is reversible and irreversible reaction. As we have discussed, chemical equilibrium will be discussed only for the reversible reaction. Now we will see what is the chemical equilibrium. Now you consider a reversible reaction in which a reactant is giving a product here. So we know that for a reversible reaction, this closed vessel is compulsory, which is taking place in the closed vessel. So initially a reactant is giving product here. As time passes, the concentration of reactant go on decreases and the concentration of product go on increases here. Once appreciable amount of product is formed, again this product will react to give back the reactant, that will be in the backward direction. Reactant to product will be what? This will be the forward direction and this will be what? Backward direction. As the reaction proceeds, as time passes, the concentration of reactant go on decreases and concentration of product go on increases. And ultimately a stage is reached where the rate of forward reaction become equal to rate of backward reaction. At this stage, there is no change in the concentration of reactant as well as product with the time. That particular stage of the reversible reaction where the rate of forward reaction become equal to rate of backward reaction and there is no change in the concentration of reactant as well as product with the time, that particular stage of reaction is called as what? That reversible reaction is called as equilibrium. What is equilibrium? The particular stage of reversible reaction at which rate of forward reaction become as equal to rate of backward reaction, and at this point there is no change in the molar concentration of reactant as well as product with the time. That particular stage of the reaction is called as equilibrium point here. So at equilibrium, what happens here? At equilibrium, so very important is these two conditions. At equilibrium, as time passes, so what happens here? Rate of forward reaction become equal to rate of backward reaction. Next point is at equilibrium there is no change in molar concentration of reactant and product with time. So with time there is no change in the concentration of reactant as well as product. So that particular stage of the reaction is called as what? Equilibrium. So what is equilibrium? Particular stage of reversible reaction at which rate of forward reaction will become equal to rate of backward reaction, and there is no change in molar concentration of reactant, molar concentration of product with time. So this particular stage is called as what? Equilibrium. So is called chemical equilibrium. So what is chemical equilibrium? It is the particular stage of the reversible reaction where the rate of forward reaction become equal to rate of backward reaction, and at this stage there is no change in the concentration of reactant or product with the time. I will say one example. Suppose if you take a reactant A, so it will be giving B here. So assume that this reaction is taking place in the closed vessel. Now it will be the reversible reaction where this will be the forward direction and this will be what? Backward direction. Initially, if you take 100 mole of reactant is there and no amount of B will be formed here. Now as time passes, the concentration of this reactant go on decreases and the concentration of this product go on increases here. So what happens? Its concentration decreases to 90 mole. Whenever it becomes 90 mole, 10 mole of B will be formed. When it becomes 80 mole, 20 moles of B will be formed. So it becomes 70 mole, 30 mole of B will be formed. So it becomes 60 mole, 40 moles of B will be formed. So as time passes, the concentration of A go on decreases and concentration of B slowly go on increases. And at particular stage, rate of forward reaction become equal to rate of backward reaction. At this stage, there is no change in the concentration of reactant as well as concentration of product. That particular stage is called as what? Equilibrium here. So assume that at the 60-40 composition, 60 mole of reactant is as it is and only 40 mole of product will be formed here. At this composition, equilibrium will be achieved so that rate of forward reaction become as equal to rate of backward reaction. At this stage, what happens? The forward reaction as well as backward reaction both are taking place at the same velocity. For example, here 1 mole of reactant is getting converted. 1 mole of reactant is getting converted into product. At the same time, 1 mole of product will give back 1 mole of reactant, so that there is no change in the concentration of reactant as well as product. So this stage is called as what? Equilibrium. This equilibrium may be achieved at any composition. I hope you understood this mechanism, how that equilibrium will be achieved. Assume that this reaction is taking place in the closed vessel. Now you take another example here. X is giving Y. Okay. So this equilibrium point may be achieved at any composition. Example, you take here 100 mole of X is there and initially no Y will be formed. As time passes, the concentration of X go on decreases and concentration of Y go on increases here. So that you can take here this will be 90 mole and this will be 10 mole. So equilibrium may be achieved at any composition. See here. So at this composition also equilibrium may be achieved. At this composition, rate of forward reaction become equal to what? Rate of backward reaction. Again, if equilibrium is achieved, what happens here? There is no change in the concentration of reactant as well as product. You see here, 90 mole of reactant is as it is, only 10 mole of product will be formed. Such reaction will rarely proceed. So such reactions are not that much productive because only 10 mole of product will be formed here. So equilibrium may be achieved at 50-50 composition. 50 mole of reactant is there and 50 mole of product is there. At this composition, again rate of forward reaction become as equal to rate of backward reaction, so that there is no change in the concentration of product as well as reactant here. You can take only 10 mole of reactant is remaining and 90 mole of product will be formed here. So in this case only 10 mole of reactant is remaining, almost reaction will proceed to the completion, 90% product will be formed. So this will be very good reaction like that. So here you see here 50% of reactant is as it is, 50% of product is only formed here. So this is what only appreciable amount of product is formed here. Almost reaction proceed to the nearly to the completion. So this equilibrium may be achieved at any composition. It is not necessary that only 50-50 composition the equilibrium will be achieved at any composition. So the reaction may stop at first 40-60 composition, 60-40 composition, so 30-70 composition, whatever the composition. At any composition it may achieve equilibrium position where the rate of forward reaction will be equal to what? Rate of backward reaction. So this is how the chemical equilibrium will takes place here. Now we will see the graphical representation of equilibrium. So now we will see the graphical representation of equilibrium. So already we know that at equilibrium rate forward will be equal to rate backward, and at equilibrium the molar concentration of reactant become constant, molar concentration of product also become constant. That is, there is no change in the concentration of reactant and product with the time at equilibrium point. So these 2 points you have to take care. At equilibrium concentration constant, rate become equal. So these 2 points are used to draw the graph here. So first graph will take concentration versus time here. With respect to concentration we will draw. See here. So this will be the molar concentration of reactant, molar concentration of product, and this will be time along x-axis. We will take as the reaction proceeds, the molar concentration of reactant gone decreases. After some time this become as constant, because at equilibrium concentration must become constant here. So similarly the concentration of product gone increases, and after some time it become constant. So the point at which the molar concentration of reactant as well as product become constant, so that point is taken as what? Equilibrium point. So this is the correct representation. So the same thing can be drawn like this. You take this one. So this is a molar concentration of reactant, molar concentration of product. Just one thing you have to concentrate in the graph, the point at which concentration become constant, that point you take it as what? Equilibrium. So the molar concentration of reactant gone decreases, become constant, molar concentration of product gone increases, and ultimately it become constant. So the point at which these two become constant, concentration of reactant as well as product, so that point will be taken as what? Equilibrium point. Okay, so this is along x-axis you take time. Now another possibility, so this will be what? Molar concentration of reactant, molar concentration of product. Concentration of reactant gone decreases, become constant, concentration of product gone increases, become constant. You see here at this point again concentration of reactant as well as product both become constant here. So this is also taken as what? Correct representation of equilibrium point here. Now these graphs are what? With respect to concentration. Now if you go with respect to rate of the reaction, so again we can draw different types of graphs here. Now what is the condition for equilibrium? Rate forward must become equal to what? Rate backward. So this will be along x-axis you take time, you take here, this will be rate forward and this will be rate backward here. So rate of the forward reaction gone decreases, okay, after some time it become equal to what? Rate of backward reaction like this. So these two become equal. See here, this is very very important. With respect to rate, what is the condition? Both must become equal, both must become equal, then only this is taken as what? Equilibrium point with respect to rate of the reaction. Now you take another possibility here. So this will be rate of forward reaction, rate of backward reaction. So rate of forward reaction gone decreases like this and ultimately it become constant. Now if you draw the graph like this, so this will be what? Rate of backward reaction. Now you see here, these two are not becoming equal here. So this is not taken as equilibrium point with respect to rate of the reaction. This graph is correct with respect to what? Only concentration term. So here rate forward is not equal to rate backward. So this is not taken as what? Equilibrium point. So this is one point here. So you can draw another graph here. So this will be rate forward and this will be rate backward. So this will be what? Rate of forward reaction decreases. So this will be the curve like this. Rate of backward reaction increases and it will be the curve like this. Now this is time along x-axis. Now you see it, this point is not taken as equilibrium point. What is the reason? Because rate forward will not become equal to what? Rate backward. These two are not equal. These two are not equal. So these two graphs are wrong here with respect to rate of the reaction. Only this graph is correct with respect to rate of the reaction. So sometime they will ask these graphs in the multiple choice question. So you have to take care about these graphs here.